guys, Sarah here for Tone Deaf with Matt Corby. So we're doing album chat,
yes.
But I really wanted to go back right to the start of Baby Matt and ask what was like the first time in your life that you were like, yeah, I think that music is what I want to do for a living.
Ooh, I do remember being about 5 or 6 years old and driving past a music shop and just like face pressed against the window, like looking at all these guitars.
It will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine.
And I said to my dad who was driving, I was like, I think I want to play guitar. And he just pulled over the car. He's like, okay, like took me to the music shop, bought me this like $90 3/4 acoustic nylon string. And I was away pretty much. Like I took lessons with a guy down the street and taught me how to play a few chords. And yeah, I think I just was obsessed with trying to make things sound good. And I loved listening to music. I remember there's footage actually of me at like 2 years old with Rage on and just like my onesie baby suit, just like rocking back and forth to the rhythm of the music. And mum and dad were just like, maybe we should take him to the doctor.
So that was baby you.
That was baby me.
And now we've kind of come full circle and you've now had a baby.
That is true.
How do you think that that's impacted your album? Because you said that it pushed you to make this album.
It did, yeah. I got my shit together pretty heavily as soon as I found out that I was going to be a dad, and thought I should probably do it now, make another record now, and not spend like 4 years toiling over something that I think was going to be a masterpiece and probably end up just turning out to be a piece of shit. Yeah, because I just didn't know what it was going to be like, and when I'd get another opportunity to really invest a lot of time into making a bunch of music, it was a pretty big motivator. But it's been great since he's been here. Like, I take him down to the studio in the morning and give his mum a rest. We just like whack the drums and play the piano, and he's 9 months now. He sort of knows what to do. He sees the piano and he's like like fully going for it. So yeah, he was hitting the ride pretty well the other day on the kit, so my plan is working.
Yeah, does he own any instruments yet?
No, not yet. He'll get his first drum kit soon, I reckon.
Matt, so you're destined for him to be a drummer?
I'm going to try and play it cool.
Yep.
I'm going to almost be like, you can't come into the studio and be like, what's going on in there, man? And then one day he'll just creep in himself and then just like, just absolutely smashing it. I reckon that's the
dream.
That's the movie tale.
Yeah.
Movie tale? Ending?
Maybe he will be a multi-instrumentalist, like you're a multi-instrumentalist, because you played every single instrument on this entire album.
Correct.
Why?
It's cheaper.
That's true.
But that's not right. I think, have you ever heard of a guy called Mocky? He's so first and foremost a songwriter mainly, and a producer. He works with Feist and Jamie Liddell, and used to play drums for Peaches. Just kind of a genius. And me and him became close. We wrote a few songs together a long time ago, and he was actually the first one to tell me that I should just do it all myself. He's like, you can play the drums and you can do all that stuff. He's just like, just dedicate, 6 or so months to really nutting it out.
Yeah.
And getting your technical ability together on various instruments and just start making things. And I took it really seriously, and I was like, oh, okay, if you think I could do that, then maybe I believe it for myself. Yeah, I am kind of a control freak a little bit because I hear full moving compositions, and I could even dream songs.
Yeah.
I remember so many times I've woken up and just been like, that was a cool song, and then been like, wait, that song doesn't exist. I was like, how did it go? And try and remember it and stuff. Empire's Attraction was one of those songs that was on Telluric. I wanted to get to the point where I could produce all that myself and get the point across, and I think I'm close. It'll probably be another 5 years till like my skill level is at the point where I'm like anything that I think of I can actually just do. That's the goal. And
what in your mind when you were making this record? Because I listened to the Triple J interview and you were like, I wanted it to sound super Willy Wonka-ish, super psychedelic.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're attracted to that kind of sound?
I think I've just been into a bunch of records like that for a long time, but there was a few motivators from albums that I've heard recently. There's one that I've absolutely pumped over the last year called Basement Seance by the Dirty Art Club. Which I think is maybe just one guy who's a producer and he's like works with samples and then makes beats and stuff. And it's just really good, and it sounds like a modern soul record. And I think that sort of seeped into my subconscious a fair bit when I was orchestrating all the music, and I think I would be drawn to sounds that were similar to that record. And I don't think it's ever really a conscious decision for me to try and do something specific or do psychedelic music or soul music or anything like that. It's more just, that's sort of what gets me going.
What was this experience like, recording this album compared to your debut album?
This one was swift. I think having less people as well in on it was easier. When we made Telluric, me and Dan and me and Alex did separate stints of writing a bunch of music, just sort of us two or us three, and then got the band to recreate it in the studio. And I just sort of played bass and a couple things, but I just let everyone learn the parts and sort of put their own flair on it. And with this record, it was just like, we kind of, after a couple of songs were made, we sort of knew what the standard was. Like No Ordinary Life was written really quick, and a couple of other ones, like Rainbow Valley, the title track, that was a song that we had, that I'd written with Alex going into sort of writing properly with Dan, which was the period where we made most of the record. We all had a really clear purpose this time. Like we all had a unanimous thing that we were trying, or it was unanimous in what we were trying to accomplish as far as sonically and feel-wise and stuff. So we would all know at any moment if what we had done was good. And I think that's really productive in the studio, because sometimes if you have like one or two people that are not super stoked on what's going on, it really starts to like poison the rate in which you work, and then it makes you sort of overthink things, and I don't know, it starts to fuck the process. So we had none of that. It was really quick, and it was more instinctive songwriting, wasn't trying to think too hard.
Well, when we were chatting before the camera started rolling, you were saying that the other releases that you've had have made you feel quite anxious before you put them out. But this one, you're pretty calm and excited. Do you think that you've changed as a person, or do you think you're just really happy with this album that you're putting out?
Bit of both.
Yeah.
I think I give slightly less fucks now. Actually, I think that's the biggest part of it. I sort of am just trying to enjoy this a bit more and communicate that as best as possible. And I feel like I kind of have done that with this record, just in my own little way.
What was your favourite part about the recording process?
Oh shit. I mean, it's kind of a blur.
Yeah.
I actually really just like playing drums because it's still new for me, and like every time something happens that's good, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a real drummer. There's like some weird payoff that I get when I hear that. That's my most exciting time. Everything else is like, singing, But when I get on the kit, I'm like, oh, let's go.
And you're doing a tour early next year, an Australian tour.
Yes.
How's this record going to translate live? Are you going to play the drums?
I have no idea. None of that has been worked out yet. We start rehearsals in a couple of weeks, so we'll see.
Is there the possibility of seeing you play drums?
There may be a possibility. I have semi-flagged that with my drummer in the last couple of weeks. Like, how do you feel about dueling kits for one or two songs? He's like, I'm for it.
Have a little drum battle on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just imagining like you, but like in that Wayne's World scene where Garth is like
it's
going out the drums. It was whatever, guys. I haven't been practicing. It's
I like to play.
I like to play.
Hey, this is Matt Corby, and you are listening and watching, obviously, watching and listening to Tone Deaf. And I have a new record out called Rainbow Valley. If you so please, you should listen to it. That would be nice.
Anyone that watched this will definitely go and listen to it.
They're like, this guy's cooked.